Good morning. How's it going? Welcome to another edition, another episode of Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. Thank God for the wake up. Seriously. It's TGIF, and we're here talking to you. We're going to talk some truths today. Truth about you, truth about your mind, your body, and suggestions of things that you should be doing and implementing in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to say happy birthday to my nephew, Ruben. How's it going, buddy? Getting old, brother. Getting old. Hope you enjoy your day. And it's Friday too, man. Go crack a beer, get the barbecue going, start some carne asada, whatever. I want to talk to you about just you. When I speak to you, I'm also speaking to myself too. Learning things along the way, along this journey of presentation of my cancer. Things that I hope to, words that I hope to get out to the world, because I know I'm not the only one in my shoes. People that have an upbringing of where your health wasn't a priority. Where listening to your body wasn't a thing. You're just like, you brush it off kind of mentality. Not doing research on things. We live in a world now where we have so much access to things. And don't get me wrong, sometimes having so much access could turn you into, as what my wife and my sister-in-law tend to say, takes you down a rabbit hole, right? And next thing you know, you got cerebral palsy or something. No, nothing against cerebral palsy. It is a real thing, but it could just take you down a bunch of places where, and take you to a bunch of diseases and things that you don't even have. So, take things with a grain of salt as you go down this rabbit hole, and don't let it build up your anxiety of what the possibilities could be. Okay. So what I'm here to do is to actually talk to you about, your rights, when it comes to your health care. Okay. You have the right to speak up about how you feel. You have the right to speak up and tell the doctor that you feel that they're wrong. You don't understand what I'm going through. And you also have the right to refuse suggested medications. No, that's if you choose. You have the right to a second opinion. These are things you have rights to. We grow up, and when you go to the doctor, you are told to listen to the doctor. The doctor knows best. Now, for me, I'm here to find out what the best thing is going to be for me. Now, when I say that, it's because I'm not into medicine too much, but I also understand that some conventional ways are needed if I feel like it. So, when I say these things, take them with a grain of salt. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not anything. I'm just a regular guy talking to you about my situation, about my cancer. So, dealing with the doctor, and especially colonoscopies and things like that, I've learned a few things. I've learned that with colon cancer, that from the day that you're detected, I learned that there could have been signs or something like that, or whatever, 10 to 15 years prior to your diagnosis. Okay. I've learned that lots of times there are signs of that. I learned that your body reveals to you, hey, something's wrong. Now it's up to us to listen to our bodies and not just pass it on as something like, yeah, because that's what I was doing. I was just passing it on like, oh, I'm just burping. Yeah, and sometimes it'll go away. But then lots of times, majority of the time, it's just something that I did regularly, and it became a habit to just brush it off. Like, oh, yeah, just burp, just held it. You know. But one thing that I don't agree with in the medical field, and I speak on colonoscopy because that's what I'm going through now, or yeah, colonoscopy. Gotta pronounce the C. Is that they have this rule in place. It's not engraved in stone. Okay? But they will do their best to have you avoid a colonoscopy. They recommend 50, but now they just dropped the age to 45 to get a colonoscopy. Kind of like they really recommend it, like it's your time. But there are so many cases where people are getting this disease at a younger age. So if you're feeling a certain way, I suggest that you push that envelope and say something. I was just reading an article the other day that there was I think she was like 24 or something like that. 24-year-old girl out in like Florida or Texas or some shit, and she has colorectal cancer. And the only way that she was able to get an exam was that she refused to accept no for an answer. She knew her body and something was wrong with it. And she kept on pushing the doctor to get one, where they finally gave her one. And come to find out, she had cancer. There are so many of these cases. So imagine if she would have waited, even if she would have made it till she was 45. 20 years she would have had lived with cancer, and by the time they would have probably detected it, she probably either would have been dead before she even got there, or she'd be at a stage 4 and it'd probably be throughout her body. I mean, luckily this girl had the cojones to speak up about it. It's really tough sometimes to know what you hear and feel from your body. So it's really imperative that you take the time to listen. And if your body's not feeling like it's functioning right, and it's not just, signs from colorectal, like burping and pain and blood in your stool and things like that, but other things. Maybe you're feeling off. Maybe your brain is off. Maybe you need something's going on. You know what I mean? Like, what ever ailments bother you, whether you're having rashes or eczema or whatever, speak up about it. Okay. Now, in the beginning of what I said, Um, it's also, the doctors are there they have all the tools to examine you. Use those examinations to your benefit. Now, if you choose to take their treatment plan, then that's what you choose. But there are so many alternatives, and it's up to you to start researching those alternatives if you don't want to go that route. You don't have to take the doctor's advice. I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying you don't have to. Now, at the end of the day, the doctor's there to make money and feed their family. And unfortunately, a lot of doctors that are practicing don't really care about you. You know, the doctors have rules in place, majority of them. And it starts with the HIPAA laws that they got. I think I pronounced it right. They only push conventional medicine, things that they're allowed to push. And they don't give you the alternatives. They don't suggest or recommend the alternatives. They only suggest what conventional medicine offers. And that's unfortunate because there's so many things and so many natural ways and modalities that can benefit you. And it starts off with your energy, getting your energy right, getting your nutrition right, putting your body in the best position to fight in a natural way, because there's so many things that could stagnate our body, whether it's our food, whether it's some sort of, ailment where you might have fell and broke something, and it could be a childhood trauma. Lots of things, your emotions can play a big part in your stagnation of your energy. So we need to learn how to fix those things. We need to learn how to fix those things so when you go to the doctor, you understand your body more and you're giving your body a better chance to fight if you choose to take some of these conventional ways. I'm not saying conventional is not bad. It's bad. I'm not saying it's good either. I believe there's a fine medium between the two. But that's what it is. So, whatever it is you're going through, stand up for yourself. If you're not feeling right, go out, demand some tests. And let me tell you another thing that you have the right to do. Something my boy told me, Mike G. God bless you, bro. Rest in peace, my man. Fire your doctor. If he's not listening to you, she's not listening to you, fire your doctor. But first you got to start with knowing. And I'm a victim of not knowing. I'm a victim of my upbringing. I'm a victim of a lot of things. And allowing those things of my past, my childhood, to cross over into my adulthood and become a habit, a bad habit of seeking knowledge about myself, about my body, about my medical condition, about my health. I allowed that to roll over to the point where now, I'm not saying I could have stopped it, but if I could have, maybe if my, the way I was thinking was right, letting go of past traumas, letting go of bad eating habits, letting go of not tripping on exercise and things like that. You know what I mean? Maybe I could have prevented this from occurring, you know, because that's what it was. So those things are my fault for lack of of well, just being who I was raised to be, and not and falling into just this conveyor belt of normalcy that plague the inner city. So, you know, a lot of my conversation goes to anybody that's not feeling right, not feeling good. But I definitely want to put an emphasis on the inner city, because the inner city are people that lack healthcare, lack knowledge of healthcare, lack knowledge of listening to themselves, their bodies, what their mind is telling them. There's a inheritance of just keep pushing. Don't worry about it. Your body be okay. Don't just go. You're young. You're okay. A lack of health concerns is inherited. A lack of health concerns are inherited in the inner city. And it's a shame, because it's something we should push. Something we should teach our kids, something we should teach our youth, that we need to get checked up. Listen to your body. What's wrong? Do you hear it? Okay, let's go get it checked out. Use these doctors for what they got, and that's to examine you. And again, if you want to use their treatment, so be it. But there's plenty of ways to treat things through natural healing modalities. You know, I sit here, and the things that I'm learning about myself are just crazy. You know, as I continue to try to unbreak this generational way of thinking, trying to get rid of this mentality, not just for myself, but for my kids as well. You know, it's not an easy journey. And I know for those that are listening, I'm not the only one out there that think this way. And hopefully I could open the minds up to some people. So I just want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope I opened up your thought process in regards to raising your voice, not taking no for an answer, and pushing the line for examinations that are probably not suggested for you at this age, because you should be young and healthy, you know. But if you're feeling a certain way, push that line, because you could be uncovering something that could save your life. All right. So this is your boy, all right, your host, Luis Lopez, checking out for the day. Happy TGIF. Love you. All right. Peace, love, one.